For consumers, there's a rumor. Dark green olive oil is better. That is true or false? If olive oil solidifies in the fridge, is it sign of authenticity? If olive oil tastes bitter, does that mean it's gone bad? Hello, I'm JS3, olive oil communicator from Korea. I want to ask what olive oil consumer really wonder, but rarely ask. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Annette Bongaertz from Switzerland. I'm at the University of Applied Sciences in Zurich or near Zurich, and I do a lot of sensory science, but especially in the product group of olive oil. So we have the Swiss olive oil panel in our university and do a lot of olive oil tasting.
What's the quickest way a beginner can tell if an olive oil is good or not?
It's not so easy because you have to try it. You have to taste, you have to smell, and then you could compare whether it fits to your expectations. But there are defined defects that should not occur, and we could introduce them to you, and then you could understand whether they are or not.
Okay. You said defect. What's the most common defect consumers should learn first?
They can have a lot of impact on storage when the oil is already in the bottle.
Even in the home, at the home.
At the home, yeah. And there is the most problematic thing is rancidity. Of course, when you expose the oil to air, fresh air, oxygen, light and warmth. If we find defects, even if they shouldn't be there, if it's an extra virgin olive oil, it's the fusty note. It's a slightly fermented note coming from the production or problems out of production.
Why do olive oil competition matter so much for producer today?
I think the marketing thing is one important fact.
Correct.
In our case, we do a competition in Switzerland. We really provide a big bundle of documentation about a report about the oil. So a lot of information where you can take out relevant informations to make it maybe better the next time if there are some things that are not perfectly in the oil.
So when you're judging, what's the note that makes you think this one is really special?
It's always the same process. We're checking on defects. If there are none, okay, then we check the fruitiness, the bitterness, the pungency, and what is additionally inside the oil. So Is it more green? Is it more ripe? Are there attributes or associations to smell that are directly to identify tomato leaves or nutty notes or things like that? How pure it is, how clean is the olive oil made, how complex it is, and the whole balance of these positive characteristics.
But that's only one thing for you.
For me, especially personally,
Sure.
I would check whether there are the really pronounced green notes because this helps me to state that probably this oil or the olives have been harvested rather early. This is connected with a longer stability of the oil in the bottle. In the end, it's connected with some components in the olive oil. So polyphenolic content and other antioxidants that are very special in olive oil compared to other plant seed oils.
For consumers, there's a rumor. Dark green olive oil is better. That is true or false?
That's why we have blue glasses, because color does not have any impact on quality estimation. That's the objective view.
Okay.
Of course, a consumer might appreciate a green one over a light yellow one. I would do so too, but maybe you are a little bit on the wrong way then, because you could put some leaves inside the pressing machine when extracting the olives, and then you have green oils, and this is not a quality aspect. Definitely. The opposite more.
If olive oil solidifies in the fridge, is it sign of authenticity?
Well, it depends on the variety. There are varieties that get sticky more fast in the fridge and others less fast.
Should we put olive oil in fridge?
You can. There's no harm for the olive oil, but it's absolutely sufficient to keep it in a maybe not 20 degrees room temperature, but in a temperature area of 12 to 15 degrees. This would be perfect, because then the consistency does not change already. It's absolutely sufficient for quality.
If olive oil tastes bitter, Does that mean it's gone bad?
Not at all. It's a positive criteria we always evaluate. Of course, consumers not always like heavily pronounced bitterness in olive oil, but it's absolutely normal. It's regular. It's typical for olives, depending a little bit on the variety. But there's nothing gone wrong when an olive oil is bitter.
Why olive oil is bitter?
Well, there are some components in the olive already, and when you harvest the olive rather early, they are very much present in a higher content. The substances that help the olive keeping their healthiness also help the olive oil in the end, keeping the stability and quality in the bottle. So you should try to have a lot of them in the bottle to have a good olive oil in the end. They are bitter sometimes and pungent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.